your home. Protect your family from pests. Get the facts at pestworld.org.
You're watching home to CBS Mornings, WZMQ 19.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Glad to be back. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, police are investigating after a reported arson attempt at a pub in Rapid River. Plus, happy Labor Day, everyone. We'll see how the UP is marking the occasion with parades and gatherings taking place throughout the region. And we'll hear from union leaders on what Labor Day means for workers in America. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP. This is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Kelly, good evening. Good to see you again. What can we look forward to this week?
Yeah, welcome back, Kevin, and happy Labor Day to everyone. Labor Day is the unofficial end of summer, and we definitely are ending that with some summertime conditions. Lots of sunshine, and we have some very isolated showers out to Houghton, Baraga counties, a little bit into Alger County too. But temperatures are still nice and summer-esque. 72 degrees for Marquette, 76 out to Ironwood, and 75 out to Newberry. We're all into the mid-70s for the most part, and we can expect more sunshine and clear skies on the way for tonight, and it will still be fairly seasonal for tomorrow, but we are expecting another cool down. I'll have more information on the week ahead in just a few minutes.
Sounds good, Kelly. Thank you very much. On Saturday, the Marquette County Sheriff's Office arrested a man for fleeing the scene of a hit and run and leading police on a car chase. Just before 11:30 a.m., the driver struck a Super One Foods employee in the parking lot. He left the scene, but a deputy located him and conducted a traffic stop. The deputy smelled liquor coming from the driver and his vehicle, and when the driver was asked to step out of the car, he drove away. The driver headed west on US 41 and hit the cement center at a roundabout, causing a tire to deflate. He continued weaving in and out of traffic as the car was falling apart. The driver stopped on White Bear Drive, where he began to run from the deputy on foot. The deputy caught the driver with the help of a Good Samaritan. The driver was arrested for operating a vehicle while intoxicated, fleeing and eluding, and 2 counts of resisting and obstructing. Charges are also being sought for leaving the scene of a crash. Police are investigating a reported arson attempt at the Rapid River pub late last night. Our Escanaba reporter Lily Simmons spoke with the owner of the pub this morning to get the latest information on this developing story.
Most importantly, praise God that everybody here is safe. I mean, a building can be replaced, a soul can't.
Owner Tom Zazinski says it was approximately 12:35 a.m. when he received an urgent call from the pub.
My manager let me know that there was a fire at the pub. We had witnesses outside. It appeared to be some sort of cocktail bomb that went off. Reviewing the cameras, the pub did shake, and we do have an explosion here in the back alley. Accelerants have been found in the back area.
Staff and customers reacted quickly, using a fire extinguisher to put out most of the blaze.
As you can probably see some of the damage, the fire did go through some of our crevices, and the fire department had to be very thorough to make sure, obviously with this old of a building, that we had the fire completely out.
The Michigan State Police Fire Investigation Team is looking into the attack and searching for a suspect.
They're just asking the public to give any type of witness if they've seen a 30-some-year-old man in a dark blue shirt. He was at the time wearing gloves, and he's about 6'2".
The pub needs a professional cleaning before it can fully reopen, but fellow business The Brisket Barn offered to serve food by the pub's new outdoor edition from 4 to 8 this afternoon, so the community could still come together and show its support. And in times like these, Zazinski says that's the most important thing to do.
The community has already been just amazing. I woke up after only 2 hours of sleep to 68 messages about how can we help you. Even just the moral support has been huge. That's why I love this place. I moved home, to show people we love each other, and this is going to happen sometimes. But we'll be okay.
WZMQ 19 will continue to follow the investigation into the arson attack as it unfolds. Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News, Rapid River.
Today, communities around the UP gathered to celebrate Labor Day. Delta County laborers marched in the annual parade through downtown Escanaba. Spectators lined Ludington Street to collect candy and show their support for local unions. Unions represented included Boilermakers, iron workers, educators, electrical workers, and steel workers. A member of the local Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Union says he hopes the parade reminded people of the importance of organized labor.
We have probably around 400 members, I think, including the retirees. And, you know, we got to look out for what we got. Stand up for yourself in your workplace. People died for our right to organize, and it's very important that we keep up the tradition.
The celebration continues all evening long with live music, food vendors, and family-friendly activities at the municipal dock. The Upper Peninsula's largest Labor Day celebration took place today in Negaunee. The day kicked off with the annual parade in downtown, where labor unions marched in solidarity down Iron Street. Unions representing everyone from nurses to steel workers made their way through town. Following the parade, everyone met up in Jackson Mine Park for a free picnic, complete with a live band, food, and speakers from various unions, all to celebrate Negaunee's rich history in organized labor, which continues to this day.
Right here in the city of Negaunee, we're a labor town. We have strong steel workers unions, 2 of them. This has been a great turnout. We've always had more union members show up for our parade than throughout the UP. We're very strong. We support our working class.
The message today was one of solidarity as well as creating positive change through local action. While the rain cut short this year's Labor Day picnic in Negaunee, union members and supporters still turned out to celebrate a holiday deeply rooted in the UP's history. The UP's economy has long been built on mining, steel, and timber industries that helped fuel a strong tradition of organized labor. Union leaders say Labor Day is about recognizing those sacrifices and the rights workers have today.
Here, we have a rich labor history in the UP. We can't forget how we got there. We wouldn't have the overtime, we wouldn't have the paid holidays, we just wouldn't be celebrating a day like Labor Day if it wasn't for sacrifices that were made to get to this point we are today.
Organizers say the holiday remains a reminder of how far workers have come and how strong labor traditions remain in the UP. Your first warning weather forecast with Kelly Rowland is after the break. She'll let us know what kind of temperatures we might see in the UP this week. And later, Jim Koski's here for Life in the 906. He wants to talk about the classic UP food staple that I still have yet to try. Sorry, Jim, and sorry, UP. We'll be right back after this.
Touring's hard to get right, so when you do, it's the greatest feeling in the world.
Baby, 12 musicians, they're gonna have to win over billions.
Opening for Keith is not for the faint of heart.
Y'all mind if we turn the party up a little bit?
The Road, Sunday, October 19th, part of CBS Premiere Week and streaming on Paramount+.
Looking for a car that won't fall apart on the way home? Bam! Come to John's Auto where cars are clean, run great, and don't smell like french fries. Does your car need a tune-up? Bam! Service department. Do you want your car to sparkle? Bam! Detailing department. Need a quieter sister? Bam! Wait. For the best pre-owned cars, the best service, and the best detailing, come to John's Auto Marquette.
The UP loves to be outdoors. Running, fishing, hiking, biking. If it's happening outside, you want to be a part of it. And this little baby is what you need to be ready. It's local and 100% free, 24/7. WZMQ 19's news app can show you the best times to be out, what to wear, how to stay safe, whether to bring along the kids. It's your problem-solving power tool. The WZMQ 19 app, now playing on a phone near you. Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
There's Labor Day specials at Shunk's. In our clearance center, this Ashley sofa with a chase and an easy-to-clean fabric is just $6.69. How about this Ashley two-cushion sofa? Comes in a choice of colors for just $3.99. Now here's comfort. This high-back sofa with the pillowed arms is just $4.79. There's dining room specials too. This 5-piece set with built-in storage and it comes in a choice of colors is just $7.99. Mattresses, queen-size innerspring mattress for just $1.99. Shop Shunk's today.
Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Kelly Rowland.
Welcome back and happy Labor Day to everyone. It's the start of a new week, also the start of a new month, and so we're widening things out in case you're traveling back into town on this holiday. We really just have minimal rain, just a little pop-up cell out to Houghton and Baraga County and a little bit just east of Marquette here. Shouldn't really have too much issues rain-wise for the rest of the evening. That should clear out fairly soon. Temperatures right now, 72 for Marquette. Otherwise, upper 70s, 77 for Iron Mountain and 76 down to Menominee. We're still hanging on to those summer-like conditions, nice and calm winds for today across the entire Upper Peninsula. And as we get into the week ahead, definitely a few changes on the way. We'll track some showers, storms, and also another cool down on the way very soon. Not for tomorrow, though. We have lots of sunshine and still those summer-like conditions for tomorrow. But then this is kind of associated with another cold, a low pressure system moving through the Great Lakes. We have a 0 out of 5 from the Storm Prediction Center on the severe outlook for these storms. They really last Tuesday and into Thursday too. So with that being said, for tomorrow, if you're looking to get out and fish, your Blades Bait and Tackle Fishing Outlook has a 2 out of 4 star day. The best time between 7 and 9 a.m. and then 8 and 10 p.m. I would say if you can get out in the morning, you're more likely to stay dry, but we might have some showers creeping on into that 8 to 10 period, and southwest winds at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Also look up into the skies tonight. We might have a chance to see the Aurora Borealis. The best time is between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. We have a decent chance of it too, and also with some mostly clear skies for tonight. There is a pretty good chance of it with that G storm, the G3 magnetic storm, and if you get a chance to get a picture of it, of course, send it in. We would love to see it. And like I said, this is new month, and this is also the official start of meteorological fall, so Labor Day, unofficial end to summer, and it is meteorologically. Just to wrap things up, your June, July, and August, we fell very much where we should be. A little warmer for June and July, slightly cooler for August, and some more rain definitely for June, but July and August were just slightly below average. And then summer 2025 as a whole, we were just 0.4 degrees above average and just about half of an inch above rain where we should be. So if you thought some of the times were very hot or very cold, it definitely was, but overall, summing things up, we were fairly seasonal as a meteorological summer. And then the 6 to 10 day outlook, we are expecting another cool down, not really for tomorrow. It does hold off, but we can expect another cool down really for the entire Upper Peninsula in the 6 to 10 day outlook. So on to the summer conditions for tomorrow, close to 80 degrees, and then we'll start to get that rain into the area late tomorrow, and then we'll have some wet days ahead Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, basically taking us into the weekend. But cool temperatures are on the way for Thursday, and they basically stay that way all through the weekend.
Kelly, thanks again. Still to come on your 19 News, congressional members have returned to the nation's capital. Our D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp will tell us what their priorities are moving forward. We're back in just a couple minutes.
Tourism has basically become one of the mainstays of the economy up here.
The Respect Marquette program is helping shape who visits Marquette and how they visit Marquette.
Protecting water and being part of organizations doing that work is essential.
Yes. Oh, hi. I suppose you're wondering what an A-list celebrity like me is doing in a place like this. You must know, I'm saving the world. Oh, hi, Beth. Yep, saving the world again. Did you know that 40% of all the food produced in the United States is thrown away? That means everything that went into that food, the pesticides, the water, the land, was all for nothing. Just look at this perfectly good food thrown in the trash. The pizza with extra Cheerios, these goldfish and Band-Aid tacos. And just look at this perfect trash burger. This pasta dog looks delicious.
You don't have to dumpster dive like Ed Begley Jr. to save the planet. Fight food waste by shopping smart and using what you buy before it gets trashed.
That's way better. Ooh, arugula.
Do your part and find out other world-saving tips at betterthaned.org.
What's bothering Archie?
Politics. What the Supreme Court says ain't got nothing to do with the law.
Zucchini.
What do you call this?
Zucchini.
Looks like a cooked pickle. How to raise children. Get out of here!
Sexual freedom.
What kind of a problem have they got?
It's sexual.
Door
cat.
Goldfish. Come on now, I draw the line on goldfish.
See what's bothering Archie.
All in the Family, Sundays from 8 to 10 on WZMQ Me TV.
Who will be there when the final whistle blows or the final votes have been cast? Will you start a career in the broadcasting industry? Be there. Go to BeThereMichigan.com.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. This week, members of the U.S. House and Senate will return to Washington from their month-long recess. Members will have a short amount of time to finish the big government spending bill, or else there could be a shutdown. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp shares the other big priorities members could focus on when they return.
This week, members return to Washington.
Top priority is the spending bills.
Political scientists say just like the president's big, beautiful bill, it could be an uphill battle for Republicans to finish the government spending bill before the September 30th deadline.
Which means that they have to pass all of these budget bills in order to keep the government funded or kick the can down the road again, which is what they've continually been doing with a continuing resolution. And they don't want to do that, but they might necessarily have to. Also, when it comes to the budget, the big fish in the water is the NDAA. That's the Defense Authorization Act. And that's been in a couple committees, but it hasn't gone to the full floor yet. We're going to see a lot of action on there because that's where a lot of the money is.
Before the break, the case against disgraced financier and sex offender Jeffrey Epstein consumed Washington. Dr. Todd Belt believes it still has some momentum on the Hill.
A lot of these members have gone out to their districts and heard from some of their constituents who are concerned about the Epstein files. Democrats and Republicans alike. And if the Republicans don't take it up or try to pass over it, the Democrats are going to be really vocal about that.
While members were away, the president brought in additional federal agents and the National Guard to D.C. to curb crime. Data shows violent crime has gone down since the surge of additional resources. Dr. Belt believes Congress could work on a crime bill.
Republicans think they can really put Democrats back on their heels. Republicans feel that the Democrats are going to attack them on the big, beautiful bill and on Medicaid and such, so they need something to target Democrats with. Crime is something that usually works well for Republicans, and they can get Democrats on record as voting against a crime bill. That might be very helpful for them coming up to the next elections.
In Washington, Rachel Knapp, WZMQ 19 News.
Expectations are growing that Chicago could be the next city to see National Guard troops on its streets. On Labor Day, President Trump used social media to suggest the Guard is needed in the nation's third largest city to help eliminate crime. And on the heels of last week's CDC shakeup, 9 of the agency's former directors and acting directors are saying they're very concerned about the actions of the Health and Human Services Secretary. Torian Small has more from the White House.
No federal troops in the city of Chicago.
At a Labor Day event, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson blasted the Trump administration's possible plans to send in the National Guard to the Windy City to help reduce violent crime.
We're going to defend our democracy in the city of Chicago.
Before leaving the White House to play golf, President Trump posted on social media Monday praising the mayor of Washington, D.C., where he deployed National Guard troops and urged officials in Chicago and other cities to do the same. The Trump administration is also receiving new pushback in the wake of last week's shakeup at the CDC. Following the firing of CDC Director Susan Menarez and departure of several other top officials, 9 former directors and acting directors of the agency wrote an op-ed published in the New York Times Monday. The group of both Republicans and Democratic appointees raised concerns about Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s oversight of the department and the CDC, writing, quote, "We are worried about the wide-ranging impact that all these decisions will have on America's health security," adding, quote, "This is unacceptable and it should alarm every American regardless of political leanings."
They want to see Congress exercise its oversight authority over HHS, and that would include calling a hearing to interrogate Secretary Kennedy as to what is happening and why.
The CDC upheaval comes ahead of a meeting scheduled for later this month of the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices, which makes recommendations to the CDC about vaccines.
The Senate GOP Health Committee chair is calling for that meeting to be postponed. Back in June, Kennedy dismissed all 17 of the committee's outside experts and replaced them with 7 new members, at least 4 of whom have expressed some skepticism about vaccines. This Labor Day, Michigan is celebrating its union legacy while also facing new debates over workers' rights. Some union workers are celebrating last year's repeal of the state's right-to-work law, but Republicans are moving to reinstate the law, introducing legislation this summer that would apply to both private and public sector employees. Democrats say reinstating right-to-work would weaken unions' abilities to negotiate higher pay and safer working conditions.
When unions are strong,
that workers actually get higher wages and more benefits. We saw it with the UAW strike. We see it all across the state.
The GOP plan also calls for repealing prevailing wage requirements, which they argue would lower costs for taxpayers and attract new business investment. We'll have more on this story tonight at 11:10 Central. Jim Koski is talking about pasties for life in the 906 when we come back, and state fairs across the country are reportedly becoming more expensive. We'll check out some of them and how they're forcing visitors to pay just a little bit more. We'll be right back in just a couple minutes.
Using shipping containers as an oasis in the desert heat. And our Eye on America takes us inside a hidden treasure within Yellowstone National Park. That's tonight on the CBS Evening News.
NCIS, Wolfen.
You better get here. Moving in for a closer look.
Ready to catch some bad guys?
Casey and I have come up with a plan.
We go where the evidence takes us. Whatever they're planning, it's going down here.
We got you.
It's a night you've never seen.
Hold on!
NCIS Tuesday. New seasons begin CBS Premiere Week. Catch up anytime on Paramount Plus.
Optimize your home with Maytag and Whirlpool appliances from Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Maytag and Whirlpool offer best-in-class warranties on durable, state-of-the-art appliances, perfect for your laundry room or kitchen. Available in stock or online, plus free delivery and 0% financing.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
Chips or cracks, we got your back. Brian's Auto Glass.
Cracked windshield, chipped glass? Don't wait. Call Brian's Auto Glass in Nagani. We specialize in expert windshield replacement, chip and crack repairs, and safety system calibrations to keep your vehicle road ready. Can't come to us? No problem. We'll come to you with our mobile service. Fast, professional, local. Brian's Auto Glass, where clear vision starts.
Pure Outdoor is the first program dedicated to increasingly popular outdoor and eco sports. Pure Outdoor.
Looking for your next level in real estate? Look no further than Next Home Superior Living. Stephanie's not just any realtor. She's energetic, talented, equipped with the latest technology and decades of experience to serve you better. At Next Home Superior Living, we're not just selling homes. We're guiding clients and customers throughout the entire transaction. That's Stephanie Jones of Next Home. Visit stephaniesells.com and let her work with you for your next home. Don't settle for ordinary. Choose Next Home Superior Living for your extraordinary real estate journey.
Welcome back, everyone. Jim Koski, I missed you, sir. What do you have for us today?
Well, Kevin, you know, it's been 2 weeks since we outed you as someone who's never eaten a pasty. And I have to admit, in those 2 weeks, I have learned more about pasties and UP's relationship to them than I ever would have thought. It's been really amazing. I mean, in these 2 weeks, I've had people recommend almost a dozen of their favorite pasty places or pasty makers for you to try your first time eating one. I've also had people share whether or not you should have rutabagas in your pasties, onions in your pasties, ketchup on top, or gravy on top. I've also had people suggest different kinds of pasties, including a German-style beer brat pasty someone makes in Nagani, and a jalapeno pasty that you can get in Calumet. Needless to say, Upers really like their pasties. I'm pretty sure that the Cornish miners who brought pasties to the UP never considered that it would basically become our national food, but it has. So much so that even people who have never eaten one are aware of just how ubiquitous pasties are up here. You don't believe me? You can go into almost any store from St. Ignace to Houghton and find pasty t-shirts, pasty hats, pasty refrigerator magnets, pasty postcards, pasty plushies, pasty recipes, and my personal favorite, a sugar cookie pasty from a bakery in Ishpeming. It's literally impossible to think about the UP without thinking about a pasty. So, Kevin, while we're waiting for you to sink your teeth into this particular wonder of nature, let me thank you for affording me the opportunity to remember one essential fact about this magical place in which we live, something that we may tend to forget in the hustle of day-to-day life. That one fact, that pasties now and forever, are the national food of the UP. Oh, and that you really need to eat one really, really soon. I'm Jim Koski, and for the 150th time, believe it or not, that's another slice of life in the 906.
I did not know it was your 150th, Jim. Congratulations, and thank you very much. Yeah, I decided to take the week off because you revealed that secret of mine, and I just didn't feel safe in the UP that week. I thought maybe it'd be safer head under the bridge, you know?
Well, you know what? You should feel massive amounts of shame, Kevin. That's all I'm going to say about that.
I do. Thank you, Jim. And don't forget to join Jim weekday afternoons on Q107 WMQT. State fairs in New York, Alaska, Nebraska, South Dakota, and Minnesota are wrapping up this Labor Day. Many fairgoers noticed steeper prices this year, while some organizers tried to keep budget in mind, finding new ways to attract crowds. Lena Zach reports from the Heartland.
This whole experience is nostalgic for so many reasons.
State fairs are a summer staple for families all over the country, and this year, tradition is running up against sticker shock.
Some things are just way too expensive. We've spent a lot of money here today.
Valerie Nelson and her family are regulars at the Great Minnesota Get-Together and noticed prices ticking up.
We just bought our kids standard hot dog and it was $7.50. So yeah, feels a little steep.
Looking at last year's profits, the top-earning food vendor at the Minnesota State Fair hauled in almost $5 million. Some families set aside a slush fund.
We budget for it every year because we know we want to do it. Partially with this cookie jar. We just fill the cookie jar with spare change throughout the year.
We do hear from them all the time about the price of things.
In Iowa, State Fair organizers say they made the pocketbook a priority this year. They kept ticket prices the same as the last 5 years, included free events, and for the first time, dropped all rules against outside food.
We also look at how much food are people buying, how many rides are they riding, so those are telltale signs, too, of how well we're doing.
1.16 million people attended the Iowa State Fair this year, which organizers say cost more to put on because of inflation and agricultural sponsors tightening their belts.
He's in the record books.
Still, whether it's a giant gourd or grandstand attendance, records were set.
Nothing can compare to the Iowa State Fair.
Cheers. And another year is on the books.
Don't go away. Final look at weather after this.
Today's seniors are enjoying life more than ever before, and part of that comes from the independence of driving. Just because I'm a senior, and maybe you are too, do we really have to pay outrageously high insurance rates? No, we don't.
When was the last time you checked to see if you could get a lower insurance rate?
Just call the number on your screen and speak with a licensed insurance agent.
Are you paying too much for your auto insurance? If so, you're just throwing your money away.
You change your oil, you change your tires. Well, maybe it's time to change your car's insurance company.
You may be able to save a lot of money.
As a responsible driver, you always check your gauges, right? And you check for other cars and pedestrians.
Well, now is the time to check on your auto insurance rates. You need to make sure that you're not paying more than you need to.
1-800-799-6506. 1-800-799-6506.
Do you wonder if playing the same Michigan lottery numbers over and over again improves your odds to win? That's actually a myth. You see, every set of numbers always has the same chance of winning because every drawing is random. Previous results have no effect on future drawings. So know the facts. If it stops being a game, call the helpline or visit our website. Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
The CBS Evening News. In-depth reporting.
We took a look at first-time homebuyers. Do you think it's more of a seller's or a buyer's market right now?
Grab this.
How do you squeeze 4 years of medical school into 3?
The CBS Evening News.
Who'll be there when amazing rises up or need for a warning comes falling down? Will you start a career in the broadcasting industry? Be there. Go to BeThereMichigan.com.
Welcome back. A final look at your forecast. We should be rain-free for most of the Upper Peninsula for the rest of the evening for any of those traveling back into town. We still have that little cell making its way through Houghton County. Really shouldn't give us any issues, though. Should be brief if you do have a few showers for tonight. When we head into Tonight we're looking at mostly clear skies. Remember, we could have a chance to see those northern lights between 10 and 2 a.m. And for the next 7 days, we'll have a final summer push of heat before things cool to the 60s and the 50s, taking us all the way into the weekend.
Kelly, thanks again. And finally tonight, the Dickinson County Fair wrapped up its 115th year this afternoon. The final day kicked off with the annual tractor pull, gathering farmers and families from surrounding areas with commentation by Senator Ed McBroom. The Fair Board says throughout the weekend, the weather made for the perfect end to the summer, and by offering discounts on rides and entrance fees, the Labor Day celebration brings in the whole family.
Today we do a discount on rides and a discount on entrance, so a lot of people with larger families or whatever that just didn't have time or they were working, they come on Monday, and they're $1.25 for a ride, and you can't get a ride at a carnival for $1.25 any place except here.
The weekend also featured the 43rd Annual Youth Livestock Auction and various other exhibition shows. That's it for now. We'll see you later tonight.